everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs, and today I am using Festive Friends, and this time I'm doing the Santa, the bundle with the dies, and I'm using the Christmas Tags and More Designer Series paper. Okay, the total box measures 2 1/4 by 4 by 3/4, and inside we have two. Just take this off. And then we have 2 Ghirardelli squares in there. All right, so what we need for this project, now you can get 4 out of each sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. We need a piece of real red that is 6.5 by 2 3/4, so that's exactly 11 inches if you do 4 of those. Basic white for stamping. I'm using, as I said, the Christmas Tags and More DSP. We need 2 pieces that are 2 by 3 1/4. I rounded the top edges on both of them. This tag was cut out from the Christmas Tags and More DSP, so we need 1 of those. We need 2 of the top tags for the closure. I cut out 2, but I think I'm just going to need 1. I'm just going to cut 1, so you don't have to cut 2 out for each. And we need 2 more pieces of the DSP that are 1/2 by 1 3/4. And from the dies, I cut out 1 of the snowflakes out of basic white. All right, let me get my Simply Scored. And we're going to start on the 6.5 inch side. Score at 3/4, 3, 3 3/4, and 6. And then we're going to turn it to the 2 3/4 inch side and score at 3/4. And that's it. Now I'm going to fold and burnish my score lines. Alright, so now how we have this, the 1/2 inch rectangle is over here, and there's a 3/4 inch strip here and here. And this is what we're going to be doing. Pretty easy. Alright, so let's start over here, go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and wedge that square. Go to the next 2 score lines and cut them to the first score line and wedge that square. And then go to this last score line, cut it to the first score line and wedge up, then follow it up and wedge the top down. And that's it. Pretty quick and easy. Okay, now we need some tear and tape. And we're going to put it on that 1/2 inch rectangle next to the score line and take the backing off. Alright, then we're going to flip over the whole thing, fold over the side with the tape and the other side to meet it. This is our back right here with the seam. So put in the tabs and close the back flap first. Now let's take our 2 pieces of DSP that we rounded the top parts of, and I'm going to glue these to the front and back, and I'm just going to use the box as a guide as to where to put my glue. So we don't want to glue it all the way up. Okay, and we'll just let that dry while we do the rest. Okay, so we need our basic white and some Tuxedo Black ink. And I'm going to stamp the Santa right on there. Great. And then I'm going to cut him out with the matching die. Alright, now I'm using quite a few Stampin Blends, light basic black, light smoky slate, light bubble bath, dark real red, dark smoky slate, light Petal Pink, and I'm using the color lifter a little bit for his beard and his hair. All right, so let's do that first. So I'm going to put a little bit of light smoky slate on his hair, his mustache, and around his beard, just like this. A little bit under his mouth. And then I'm just going to take that color lifter, and I just want to soften just the edge up so that it comes down maybe just a little off the top here, and these pieces. And it just kind of gives you a little bit of the look of a little bit gray, but still kind of white. I don't know if you can even see that. All right, so that's it for that. And I'm going to do his face next with the light Petal Pink. And then I'm going to take the light Bubble Bath, and I'm just going to do a little half circle where his cheeks would be. Okay, now with the light basic black, I'm going to do his shoes, or legs, or boots, whatever these are. They're kind of stumpy. Okay. And with dark shaded spruce, I'm going to do his mittens. And then with the dark real red, I'm going to do his hat and his shirt. And then I'm going to put some Wink of Stella. First I'm going to put a little bit on his eyes and the top of his nose, like he's sparkly. And then I'm going to do the brim of his hat, the pom-pom, and his fur down here. And that is our Santa. Okay, now we need our box, and I don't have any more of the Ghirardelli, so I'm not going to put them in, but I'm going to cut this right in half. Okay, and then I'm going to paste it onto the top, so the bottom of this star is just above the edge of the DSP on the back and the front. So I'm not going to put glue above that. I'll try to get it right in the middle. Let's put our side DSP on the two sides. And I'm going to cut my little tag here down to 2 3/8. And we're going to put this with just about 1/8 of an inch of the DSP showing underneath, and we're going to put it all the way to the left side of the box. Oh, I did this on the wrong side. Oh well, that happens sometimes. my seam is right there, but it's okay. We'll deal with that. It's not too bad. Make sure you're on the right side before you glue it. All right, and then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. I'm going to try to stay away from the top because I want to stick a snowflake down there. And I'm going to put him so that he's just a little bit up. Let's go like this from the bottom of the tag. Now we need our snowflake, and I'm going to glue that up here. I'll stick the edge of it under his hat so that it's right on the corner. It can stick off a little bit off of this DSP. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of Wink of Stella on the snowflake. Okay. now I'm going to get some of our shiny real red ribbon, and I'm going to put it through the 2 openings in our tags at the top. I'm only going to use a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to get some of our white baker's twine and tie a bow right at the bottom to keep them together, right above the tag, the tab at the top. Okay, these would be cute for place settings or office workers or something like that. Alright, and for the final touch, I'm going to use some Rhinestone Basic Jewels, and I'm going to put a large one and a small one over here on the tag. And then, is there medium ones or no? Yeah, right here. There's medium ones. Medium one right in the middle of the snowflake. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, my email is below, along with the link to my shop with Stampin' Up! And my blog that has everything written out. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and I will see you next time. Bye!